Talal Ahmad here at Better Family Life with James Clark, community activist. He's advocating for the young black males and the challenges that they struggle with in our community, and I'm here to introduce him to you and give him the opportunity to explain his work. Mr. Clark, how are you?
Good, good.
I'd like to say that I appreciate it, that you made yourself available to go ahead and conduct this interview. Would you mind go ahead and introducing yourself to everybody?
James Clark, Vice President, Community Outreach, Better Family Life.
Okay, and so what exactly is it that you do? Can you explain your work?
Basically, we work to strengthen families.
I see.
We are a nonprofit community development organization that believes that the family is the single most important unit that makes up society. So through Better Family Life, families can receive job training through the Met Center. They can receive job placement assistance through the Missouri Career Centers. We have a clinical staff. We also do in-school programming and after-school programming for St. Louis City and for St. Louis County schools. I'm over community outreach, and our basic philosophy is that we have to begin to deliver resources into our more challenged neighborhoods. That when you look at our more challenged neighborhoods, there's a fundamental void, and that fundamental void is resources. So we believe that we've got to begin to target the families and the individuals that live in our more challenged neighborhoods and deliver resources.
I see. So, Mr. Clark, how will your neighborhood alliance save St. Louis' worst neighborhoods outside of calling the cops, who, by the way, don't have a lot of positive credibility in these neighborhoods? How will your neighborhood alliance program work with or help these disenfranchised individuals in these disenfranchised communities?
Well, we work to offer opportunities. We work to offer tangible opportunities. We work to deliver things that will empower them, that will provide alternatives. When you look at individuals who turn to crime, they usually turn to crime because of lack of employment or lack of education, lack of skills, lack of training. So we look at what each individual needs, and we work to deliver resources that will empower them and thereby empower their families.
I see. So I noticed on the JACO report, it was said that I believe, and I don't want to misquote you, I don't know if this was just the general tone of the conversation or if this is a quote of yours, that the black community hurts itself more than any other external factor. Why do you think that this is so, and what stimulated this self-hate?
Well, there are a number of factors that have played into the current situation. But when you look at our situation today, while we can look at some past experiences and while we can point to some past injustices, when you look at our situation today, we are the number one disrespecter of each other. We are the number one murderer of each other. We are the number one disenfranchiser of each other. So what we have to be able to do now is respect each other, show genuine love and genuine concern for each other, and through doing that, and by doing that, we will be able to rise up out of our current condition. No one can come from outside and raise us up out of our current condition. 50 years ago, it was an external force, and it was the noose. Today, it's an internal force, and it's the bullet. So we've really got to look at the situations that we face today, understanding all of the psychological trauma that we have experienced, but we've got to look at today's situation and find relevant solutions. But at the base of any solution has got to be our ability to connect to, support, respect, and give each other the basic dignity and civil rights today that we fought so hard for yesterday. Now it's us on us. It's us versus us, and it has to be us embracing us.
What are your thoughts on this hotspot policing?
Well,
I'm taking a video.
I believe that hotspot policing has some merit. I believe that hotspot policing will give citizens some sense of safety, will give citizens some sense of protection, but it's not the solution. As we look at hotspot policing, we also have got to look at hotspot resource delivery, because you will find that in the neighborhoods where they're doing hotspot policing, you have a high unemployment rate. In the neighborhoods where you're doing hotspot policing, you have a high high school dropout rate. In the neighborhoods where you do hotspot policing, you have a high rate of people that have outstanding misdemeanor warrants that we should be working towards helping them getting those warrants lifted. So as we look at hotspot policing, short-term solution, somewhat of a knee-jerk reaction, but I do understand it and I do support it. But the real solution is going to come when we do hotspot resource delivery, and when the people in the neighborhoods come out onto the block and begin to embrace their neighbors and begin to work internally with the neighbors to find solutions. And it's going to really be important that we embrace the young men. See, the young men in these neighborhoods control the climate and control the overall atmosphere in these neighborhoods. So we've got to be able to not lock them up, but give them resources and then challenge them to become the leaders that they have to be. See, it's the gang members that are the leaders in these neighborhoods. We've got to embrace them and challenge them to lead us out of this current condition. It's not going to come from someone with a degree, because there is no college that can give you the skills that's going to be needed to turn this around. It's going to come from individuals who have street credibility, individuals who come from the school of hard knocks. Those are the leaders that we need today.
Okay, well, I see you got a house full of guests. I'm going to let you get back to them. I got two more quick questions. When will you guys organize another amnesty program to give these guys a clean slate?
Amnesty, we are in negotiations now with St. Louis Community College. They have been a partner with us for the last 3 years. So we are looking at the dates now, but it will take place in August. We will, after we get the dates locked in, we will begin to talk to the different municipalities that have, and it's been a real blessing to have them be willing to lift the misdemeanor warrants for, we're talking about 14,000, 15,000 people. So
it really does help a lot of people.
It is a blessing that they are able to see the value in it. See, so there is a role for everybody to play. Law enforcement has a role, the court system has a role, educational institutions have a role, but the real solution is going to come from in our families and in our neighborhoods. See, we believe that one person can change a family. One family can change a block. One block can change a neighborhood. One neighborhood can set an example for a whole city. One city can change a state, and one state can change America, and America can change the whole world. So it starts with us being able to see the value in everybody that's in our neighborhoods and that's in our families. See, because we're going to find a solution, and we're going to see the change that we seek, but it's not going to come from the tower. See, we got to get out of that mindset that it's going to come from the academic world. It's not. It's going to come from the people who have been the despised and the discarded.
The disenfranchised
That's
have
who's
to
going to lead us
empower
out of
them.
this.
Oh,
Yes.
I see. So if people want to get involved, want to work with you, want to reach out and ask questions and stuff like that, how can they reach out to James Clark?
They can call the office here. We're at 6017 Natural Bridge. We're here Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. They can also come on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock. We start at 10, then we go out into the neighborhoods shortly after a brief meeting, and we can be reached at 381-8200.
Is that 314?
Yeah, 381-381-8200.
Well, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to holler at me.
All right, brother.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.